I've trained athletes to go from this to this. After training countless of athletes to improve their speed, I've noticed there's one style of training that in my opinion is the most underrated and overlooked style of training for transforming your athleticism and becoming a faster athlete. If you have been stuck in a plateau for years, feeling slow and unathletic, then watch this video till the end. You will learn what this training style is, how to implement it to sprint faster, and some of the most important exercises to pair with it. This training system improves your eccentric rate of force development and is called eccentric overload training, but it's not the style that old school coaches taught you. This method has helped me train over 1,300 athletes to sprint faster and even dunk a basketball in my online speed program, the Speed Academy. Eccentric rate of force development is a measure of how quickly muscles can transition from one direction to another. And to show you how important this athleticism quality is, the importance of improving eccentric rate of force development from eccentric overload training, specifically speed squats, and an impact on sprint performance. This graph shows the vertical jump improvement of an athlete who's a sophomore hurdler and sprinter at Brown. It starts with her first test in February around COVID time and ends with her most recent test in November. Note that her vertical jump no step improved from 22.7 inches to 31 inches during this period of using fast eccentric squats. And to overload the lower body, specifically the glutes, hamstrings, and quads, not the lower back, we're going to be using an exercise called the rear foot elevated split squats drop catch. Step 1, set up the weight to be around 40 to 60% of your 1 rep max. If you don't know what your 1 rep max is, you can use a calculator online to calculate it, or just pick a weight that's a little bit lighter, maybe up to 50% of your body weight. Step 2, take a step back and drop into a split stance. Step 3, while holding yourself in the top position, you want to drop as fast as possible. You'll know you're doing the feet slightly off the ground on the eccentric, which is the lowering phase. Step 4, dropping as fast as possible into the half squat, a quarter squat position, you want to reverse out this bottom position. Step 5, repeat for reps and sets using the 4x4 style, emphasizing maximum speed at 40 to 60% of your max. If you want to use a tracker, we're going for 0.8 meters per second to 1.0 meters per second. You can use a feet tracker with your phone using metric. I am not sponsored at all, it's just the app I like to use. Now that you're building power in your knee extensors, we still need to train the glutes and hamstrings. These are some of the most important muscle groups for speed. And if you can't fire these muscles at a fast rate, eccentrically and concentrically, you will not become a faster athlete. If your goal is to increase your sprint speed, become a more explosive athlete, or even jump higher, then you need to hop on the Speed Academy. Click the top link in the description or the pinned comment to join the Speed Academy today. If you're getting knee pain from sprinting, or you notice that your sprint speed falls off after around 5 to 10 yards, this is often due to insufficient force production from the glutes. During sprinting, the muscles follow a gait cycle, contracting and relaxing in milliseconds. This is why we're focusing on eccentric overload training here. But once you're upright, it's not just an up and down movement of the knee, it's also a forward momentum movement, which means you're driving the knee up, driving the foot down and backwards to propel your body horizontally forward, not just vertically. So if this is lacking, your posterior chain power might be a huge limiting factor to your speed. So to train this, we're going to focus on a speed RDL. Only attempt this if you're an advanced athlete. Other variations you could do that you probably commonly have heard would be hang high pulls, hang cleans, or power cleans. But when doing these exercises, just make sure that we're always including the fast drop on the eccentric. We're not slowly lowering or pausing at the bottom. Those are for different goals. Our goal today is fast drops. Step 1, start with an appropriate weight for fast reps around the 4 to 6 rep range. Step 2, you want to drop into your eccentric phase as fast as possible, somewhere around the mid shin to knee range, kind of like you're about to do a hang clean. Step 4, you're going to drive up powerfully, but we're not going to drive the bar and lift it above the body. We're simply going to thrust the barbell like we're doing a clean pull. Step 5, we're just going to repeat this motion with no pausing for 4 to 6 reps, usually around 2 to 4 sets for quality power improvement. Now that we have covered the knee extensors and the posterior chain, let's focus on the muscle group that might be the most important for forward propulsion in sprinting. One of the top high school coaches in Illinois for sprint speed, Chris Corfis, recently showed a graph about how important plantar flexion is for your sprint speed. He's not the only person to show the importance. There's other research that shows the importance of your reactive strength index and plantar flexion strength for sprint performance and vertical jump improvement. So we're going to be focusing on two things. Number one, isometric strength, because this helps develop the tendon and active muscular strength needed for short ground contact times. And number two, fast eccentrics. The calf muscle, specifically the gastroc, handles 3 to 8 times your body weight eccentrically during a max effort sprint. So handling these forces are crucial for effectively transferring power into the ground. For this, we're going to be doing fast eccentric calf raises followed by pogo hop burnout. Step 1, we're going to grab a barbell or dumbbells that will give us a sufficient burn around 8 to 12 reps. Step 2, we're going to get into a athletic stance and then explode up to the top as fast as possible. Hold it maybe for 1 second and then drop as fast as possible. If you want to get more range of motion here, I like to either use slant boards to elevate our toes, or we can do bumper plates to do the same thing. Step 3, we are going to drop as fast as possible and reverse out the bottom position. This is the point of reversal. The point that we've been talking about this entire video is dropping and reversing out the bottom to get maximum force potential. Step 4, repeat this for the recommended reps and sets. I like to do 8 to 12 reps of 2 to 4 sets. If you're going for pure power, then you could do 4 to 8 reps for 2 to 4 sets. After doing these calf raises, you're gonna wait about maybe 10 to 30 seconds and go into a pogo burnout. So you're going to treat this like you're doing jump rope. You're just going to bounce around 30 to 50% intensity, maybe even 10% for some people, but you're going to be doing it for longer duration. After doing your 8 to 12 reps, you probably want to do this for about 10 to all the way up to 60 seconds until your calves are completely burning out, and then that is one complete set for the superset. The only problem with this training is that it is the most advanced training you could possibly do. So that means if you don't program it correctly, it can lead to injury, or you won't even improve if you don't have the foundations needed to improve your sprint speed. So make sure you watch this video right here to learn the foundational aspects to becoming a faster athlete.